Night of boxing from the bottom to the top, and of course the main event will be the IBF Heavyweight Championship of the World, featuring the reigning and defending undefeated world champion AJ Anthony Joshua and the challenger Eric Molina. A solid card of boxing, no doubt about it. This is a fight fan's delight. It features 2 world titles. It features an international title. It features 3 British championships, 8 undefeated fighters on this card of boxing at the Manchester Arena. And here to tell you all about that, and indeed the main event from Matchroom Boxing, Mr. Eddie Hearn.
Thank you everyone, and thank you Michael. It's always a pleasure to have you in town. We know we have a major fight card on our hands when you're here. Today we hope for a little less quiet press conference, you never know. Ahead of this huge night of boxing, as Michael said, a card stacked from top to bottom with heavyweight grudge matches, with world championship fights, with British championship fights, with I believe one of the most exciting young fighters in world boxing right now, Katie Taylor, and of course the heavyweight championship of the world, Anthony Joshua against Eric Molina. Before we hear from everyone on the table, I'm going to pass to the fighters to say a few words live on Sky Sports. Eric, firstly, welcome. You're looking very smart there, and we know you've trained hard for this opportunity on Saturday night.
Thank you, Eddie. I want to thank, first off, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be out here. I want to thank all my team, Don King Productions, my manager, Lee Holiday, my training team, Roberto Zapata, for coming in and running this camp. Have all my family, my team out here. The talk is done. I mean, we've talked too long already. I'm ready to just get in the ring and let's get it on.
You talked about this one punch, this opportunity that you've been looking at with Anthony Joshua, and the opportunity to land that one shot. Is that the plan, or is there any other dimensions to your game on Saturday night?
Well, every fight, there's a certain game plan that has to go on. You look at my last fights, you know, every fight I fight differently. You know, you date back 6, 7 fights, you won't see the same Molina. We specifically trained to land the knockout shot. There's nothing else that we worked on but landing that shot. That's what I can do to win, and that's the only way I'm gonna win, and that's what we specifically trained on.
We saw the fight with Wilder, of course, 9 very entertaining rounds. This looks like a more confident Eric Molina, a Molina that's in better shape, physically and mentally.
Yeah, definitely the experience with sharing the ring with Deontay Wilder, who in my opinion is the best heavyweight in the world right now. I put those rounds under my belt, and you know, we've shared other rounds in the gym, and you know, I'm prepared. I've been in the ring with some big names, and you know, this is, you know, I'm just 100% ready for this.
Anthony, the second defence of your IBF world title, Manchester this time, away from the Lions Den. We brought it to Manchester, and I know you've had a great camp, obviously with Rob McCracken in tow, and excited for Saturday night.
Yeah, most definitely. The road work's been done, the sparring, the bag work, the pads, all boxes have been ticked. And now we're at the final hurdle now, and that's making sure I go in there and stay undefeated, and we keep the ball rolling. Everyone's here because it's the potential of me taking a loss, or the potential of Eric taking a loss, and who goes on to big things and who takes a step back. So that's the unknown in the heavyweight division. Also, we're here with Katie Taylor, unbelievable undercard as well, so it's a massive show. So everyone's adding their part, and Saturday can't come soon enough. Been training not just for this fight, we've been training for many years, so it's not just about Eric, it's about how I perform time and time again, moving higher and higher up the ladder.
We know you're a fight fan as well, and you saw the incidents from the last couple of days, and you like to keep yourself under the radar, but of course excited about the night of boxing as well.
Yeah, I'm not hiding from no one. It's not so much keeping myself under the radar. I live life to the fullest, but we just do it in my own way, really. I've got my school friends, got my people that I've grown with around me, and we're all on the same wave. And yeah, I see all the incidents that's happening, but it's good. Like, people like the entertainment, some people like the entertainment of boxing. So I think right now in British boxing, we're covering the full package, like the WWE part and the old school fighting part, just fighters coming together and putting on a good show.
Everybody talking about the pressure and the future for Anthony Joshua. Sole focus on Saturday night against Eric Molina.
Yeah, all about the present. All about the present, man. What more can I say? Obviously, like if we could have predicted 3 years ago where we'd be now, then we would have been looking into the future. But I think the way we've handled it is just dealt with each hurdle step by step, and whatever's going to happen next has presented itself, and that's the way I hope to maintain going through my boxing career, really, just staying in the present.
Before we hear from the training team of Joshua Molina, it gives me great pleasure to welcome Katie Taylor to the card on Saturday night. Of course, both of these two fighters share gold medals in the London 2012 Olympics. And when we signed Katie Taylor with Brian Peters, it was everyone was sort of questioning what we were doing. And then we had the debut a couple of weeks ago, and then every promoter from around the world is saying, can we get Katie Taylor on our show? So it gives me huge pleasure to give her the platform to box on Saturday night in front of 21,000 people, live on Sky Sports box office. Looks like Showtime are also going to be showing her fight as well. And she was electric at Wembley Arena recently. She has all the attributes to be a global superstar, and we're very excited to see her in her second fight on Saturday night. Firstly, Ross, a quick turnaround for you. We know you've been working away from the scenes, and this week as well, just last week, fine-tuning, ready for bout number 2.
Yeah, she was in shape obviously 2 weeks ago, so it's a quick turnaround, but she didn't lose anything. We were right back in the gym Monday after the fight on Saturday, so we just got right back into action, and she's ready to go.
And a pleasing first performance, ready for number 2.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. Anybody who saw it could say the same thing.
Katie, a step up on Saturday night, of course, a fighter with a winning record, 9-1, and we know you're excited for number 2.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Eddie. First of all, I'm under no illusion. This is about Anthony Joshua and Eric Molina today, so it's a privilege to share this platform with these boxers today. But yeah, obviously the debut was fantastic, but it is a good step up for me this weekend. It's a great step up, a great challenge for me, and I'm looking forward to putting on a good show again.
Obviously, last time at Wembley in front of 3,500, this time 21,000, huge audience. How excited are you to walk out in that arena on Saturday?
Are you trying to make me nervous? Yeah, it's going to be amazing. This is the platform that I've dreamt of, really, and to showcase my talents in front of 21,000 people live on Sky again. This is incredible. This is what I've been training for my whole life, really, and it's an honour to be on this card, and the whole event is just incredible. There's fight after fight. There's so many huge fights in this card, and it's great to be a part of it.
Thanks, Casey. Can't wait to see you back in action. From the training team now, we're going to pass over to Team Molina to say a few words.
First of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity. Thank Eric for allowing me to help train him for this fantastic opportunity he has. He's worked hard for it, Due to the time constraints, we've prepared very well. Just like Anthony, he had time off. Well, so did Eric. So I believe they're both priming at the right time and ready to give you all a great show. It's Anthony's job to make hard things look easy, and it's our job to make believers out of everyone in this room, and the UK, and the boxing world. The odds makers don't give us a shot. Many of you don't either. A lot of people in this room, but come Saturday, everyone's in for a rude awakening.
Thank you. And Rob, we know this is a tough fight. We spoke in the preparation for this fight. You've left no stone unturned preparing for, we believe, the toughest fight of Anthony's career so far.
Yeah, Eric Molina's a good fighter. He's a dangerous puncher. He's very experienced now. Anthony's prepared well. He's enjoyed the camp. He's been enjoyable this time. The last camp was a little bit difficult because he wasn't that well, but this camp's been great. He's in good shape. He's punching well. He's boxing well. So it's a fight we're looking forward to.
And obviously the same question, people talking about the future, but both of you just complete focus on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about Anthony, he's got his feet on the ground. He's the same as he was 6 years ago when he rolled into GB to become an elite amateur. And he went on that journey and culminated with an Olympic gold medal. So he's been moved quickly. He's been moved quickly in the professionals, but he's got a lot of ability, a lot of power, and the speed, and nobody's spoken about the speed. He's very quick, and he'll bring fighters onto shots they don't see coming, and that's part of his success, and that's what he'll carry out on Saturday night. It'll be a great fight Saturday night. I know the undercard, Dylan White and Derek Chisora, there's plenty of bad blood and hype around it, and that people are looking forward to. But this will be the fight of the night. You've got two real good fighters going at it at world level, and I think Anthony will put on a great performance.
Thank you, Rob. We're going to pass now for some further questions from our exclusive broadcast partner and head of boxing for Sky Sports, Adam Smith.
Thanks, Eddie. It's a great card. The likes of Callum Smith and Scott Quigg and Jose Burton and Callie Afai and many others. It's an absolute pleasure to be up here with Katie Taylor, who I thought was phenomenal in her professional debut, one of the best professional debuts I've ever seen throughout our coverage of sport on Sky. I thought she was absolutely terrific, and I'm really excited about her future. Obviously, the main attraction, the IBF heavyweight title, Anthony Joshua defending it against this man, Eric Molina. Eric, obviously you believe deep down you're going to shock the world, you're going to win this fight. I'm sure many people will disagree. Just state your case. You say you're going for the knockout punch. State your case at how you're going to dismantle Anthony Joshua and make sure that shot lands.
Well, first of all, I mean, from the get-go, everybody here should be shocked to see a fighter that came from 0-1 to be here. So you should already be partially shocked already. So I don't gotta convince nobody else. The talk's done. You know, in fact, I might even talk too much already. It's not in my character to talk so much. I'm just ready to fight. I want to test this man. I want to take him to the limit. I want to see what he's about.
Why do you think people outside of your team aren't giving you a real chance in this fight? Why do you think that is when you have the experience of going in with the likes of Deontay Wilder, going out to Poland and beating Adamek, sharing the ring with some really seasoned champions too?
I haven't really thought too much into why. It doesn't really matter to me. What they think or what they don't think, the critics, the odds, doesn't really matter to me. Just the same thing, I heard it in the Wilder fight. They gave me 2 rounds. Wasn't supposed to have a shot. I was supposed to go to Poland. I was supposed to lose that fight, you know? So let them keep talking. I mean, what do you want me to think about it?
You talk about bouncing back, coming back from adversity. What is it in you deep inside that you think gives you the character to be in this position today?
Boxing's a tough sport, man, and any of the fighters out there, they know how tough it is. You know, when you be put on the shelf, when you want to do certain things, when you want to fight for resources to put behind you, you know, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. It's the toughest sport, and it's a lot tougher outside the ropes. I've had to deal with a lot of tough things outside the ropes, and to get to where I'm at here today, I've had to face a lot of hard things that Anthony Joshua has no idea about. So, you know, those are all things that make me even stronger of a fighter, even more dangerous of a fighter.
You talk about Deontay Wilder being the best heavyweight in the world, not Anthony Joshua. Why is that? And have you seen things in Anthony Joshua that you believe that he's just not ready for you at this stage?
That's just my opinion. You know, I feel like Deontay Wilder's the hardest puncher in boxing. I want Joshua to prove me different, prove the world different. That's why we're here, right? That's why I came out here. You want to see how fast he can put me away? Well, let's see how fast he can put me away. I ain't got nothing to lose. Don't be surprised. Wilder said it when he was going to fight me. Watch out for the 3rd round. Everybody in the world said, watch out, watch out, watch out. And they were on the edge of their seat. So I want everybody to think that. I want everybody to think that whatever they got to think doesn't affect me.
Heavyweight boxing, of course, littered with upsets through the years. Buster Douglas, Oliver McCall, Hasim Ratman beating Lennox Lewis. Do you get inspiration from that? Do you feel there's not really the pressure on your shoulders as you go into battle on Saturday?
Oliver McCall, my long mentor. He meant so much to my career, showing me things as I went my career. I always envisioned myself having that moment that he had in here in England. So you know, he had that big win, and he just kind of just shows the world that in this heavyweight division anything's possible.
So when you walk into that ring, 21,000 in Manchester, the away territory, you've done it in Poland, you're going to be right and ready to take your big chance and become heavyweight champion of the world.
God willing.
Let's move to you, Anthony. Serious business now. The talk of Vladimir Klitschko and obviously David Haye, Deontay Wilder, all on the horizon. But this is business, isn't it? This is a serious defence of your IBF title, and I presume that you've trained as hard as you've ever trained and are ready mentally and physically to go and do a job?
Yeah, training's gone well. Well, tough, but well. Train smart, also hard. You know, I'm getting more and more experience now, so I understand the importance of training hard as well as smart. And I'm here now, injury-free. You know, physically in the best shape I could be as the fight Saturday, and now it's just getting the mind right. From here to here, I train myself, now it's just fine-tuning the mind and then handling business. It's not so much about, I could sit here and say, I'm gonna knock Eric out in a round, I'm gonna do this, but you know that's not my style. I'll let these back it up, and then we just see what happens. Two warriors, no matter who it is sitting across the table from me, I'm gonna say it. Two warriors coming together and putting on a show, putting a good fight, and throwing it down. And then whatever God's will is, the man who's the better man will walk away with his hands in the air and continue on his journey. And I strongly, strongly believe that will be me.
There is a change, just like alteration in the team this time, with the man to your right, Robert McCracken, in your corner for the first time. How important is that? I know you've got great chemistry, and you may need him round after round in battles like this.
Yeah, we're moving forward now. You know, people are asking me about 12 months ago, 18 months ago, when are you going to fight this guy? When are you going to fight so many names? And that was 18 months ago. I said, you know what? Give me 18 months, give me 12 months, and that's now. So as we're starting to move forward, it's important to have experienced people in my corner, and not just people that watch the game. Rob's been a fighter himself. He managed himself and took himself to world championship level. So when he's telling me to throw a combo or tell me, you know what, do an extra round, 2 rounds, and then 4 rounds later he's telling me 1 more round. He knows what it takes to be a champion, so I respect his opinion because he's lived it. So it's so important to have someone like that in my corner.
You've heard what Eric has to say. How highly do you regard him through the opponents that you've faced so far and the opponents that you may face in the future?
How highly do I regard Eric through the fighters that I fought? But Eric's here now, you know. It's not so much about who I'm fighting, it's about myself. I'm not worried about how Eric's camp's going, because of course he has to train. He has to train. Every fighter has to train, so I'm not really worried about what they're doing. So I'm just glad that he's healthy, and you know, God willing, I go out there and do my job. Eric's trained to the best capability, and I've managed to crush him. So that's all I can really say about him. And then it reflects on myself, isn't it? So I move on, and that's it. So I just worry about myself, really.
You crushed Charles Martin. You had a few rounds with a very brave Dominic Brazil. What do you expect on Saturday night? Do you see something quick, explosive, making a statement, or do you feel that you need a few more rounds as you move towards a huge 2017?
I don't know. What are you saying? What are you saying? See what it is? It's a breaking down job. This is boxing. This is science. You know, everyone's sharp in round 1, 2, 3s, and so on. So I could hit Eric with the same punch in round 1 that won't affect him that I do in round 6, 7, 8, 9 that will affect him. So it's just about being clever. But it's a boxing match. So I'm gonna go, you know, later on in the rounds, I'll start breaking him down, and shots that he won't see coming.
I know you're enjoying the journey. As we saw on Tuesday night at the open workout, you spent a long time with the fans afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, mixing with them, giving them the pictures, and you enjoy that, don't you?
Yeah. A lot of people that are there aren't the naysayers, they're not the negative people. A lot of people that come out to the fights are the people who believe in what we're doing. So it's my time to give a little something back. So yeah, no problem. 2 hours out of my day, 3 hours out of my day, to give a little time back. It can make their year, you know what I mean? So it's no problem for me. And it's down to the person, right? Some people don't want to do it, but for me, it works. And as long as they're happy, I'm happy.
It's not just going to be the fans there on Saturday night. David Hay, Vladimir Klitschko, so many are around. I know Deontay Wilder will be working for Showtime over in America. So everybody's watching and waiting to see what happens.
Well, it's bubbling. We're bringing currency back to heavyweight boxing, and we ain't got to go anywhere. We're keeping it here, and that's phenomenal. You know, as I said, and the word is for me, we're bringing currency back to boxing, respect back to the division, and everyone wants a piece of it right now.
This is the year you became world heavyweight champion. I presume you expect to retain it in style and have a great Christmas and use it as a springboard for next year and the big fights.
Yeah, so as I've always said, like, training isn't so much about just preparing for Eric. You know, God willing I get past Eric, it's only going to get tougher. You can't sit back and enjoy your success, so we train as if we're preparing for 5 fights down the line. So I prepared diligently, you know, and that's the reason why we're in this position, because everyone can talk about struggles. I go through my own struggles, you know, I'm coming from. It was only this time last year I was preparing to fight for a British title, but through preparing due diligently and working behind the scene, I managed to capture this belt, and now we're on to bigger things. And the same way I had my mindset on the British title, I stepped to upper level now, become champion. So nothing changed, we're on it, we're looking forward to Saturday. I do appreciate everyone coming out and spending time. The arena's going to be packed. I'm not in the Lions Den, but we're just bringing it up to Manchester now. And it's going to be exciting, man, honestly, from top to bottom. I can't wait. And if I can, I'll spend time with everyone outside the ring once again.
Finally, there's great respect between the two of you. You've conducted yourself in very impressive fashion all the way through the build-up, but I'm going to ask you both now. Final prediction, Eric, Saturday night, what happens to Anthony Joshua?
Call it. Call it, champ.
All of Britain and him will be surprised.
Woo! Here's Molina. Chip. Go ahead, baby. You heard what he said?
Very surprised.
He heard.
AJ, over to you.
Huh? Tell him, champ.
You see, when I call mine, you're not going to hear everyone screaming and cheering, because my team know this is just about me and Eric. They all step out the ring, so it's irrelevant who's screaming and whatnot. But I'll make Eric look like a novice. That's it. I just make him look like a novice.
Thanks,
You
guys.
should do that, though. You should do that.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
You should. That's why you brought me here.
I didn't bring you here.
That's why you got me here. That's why Eddie got me here.
You're ranked in the IBF.
That's why you got me here to do that. You have to do that.
Incorrect.
You have to do that. If you slip up 1 second, if you slip up, you'll be dancing. And the world will be talking. You can't slip up. You can't make one mistake.
You're standing in the way, Anthony. You're
Brought me here for that. Gotta do that.
What are you contributing to the fight?
I'm his manager.
You ain't fighting for him.
I'm his manager.
You ain't fighting for him.
But he's gonna get my energy. I'm gonna put my energy and everything I got in him. That's what's gonna do you in. You called me 2 weeks ago, and he said, you know what? I said, I love you, little brother, but you're standing in the way. You're standing in the way. You're young, you got plenty of time. We need this belt. You got plenty of time.
This don't represent me. I'm a man of my own. This can't fight for me. So don't worry about this. Stop chasing this and come for me first and foremost. That's what you gotta get through first and foremost.
But you got that belt.
Don't worry about this. I told you, this don't represent me. With or without it, I'm still gonna be on my hustle. It doesn't matter.
Courtesy of Don King. The Don King school right there, we can say this.
Don King
Failed the
told
entrance
me,
exam.
he said, go to England and represent me. Molina called me 2 weeks ago. He says, how does it feel being the manager of the next IBF champion of the world?
Yes.
You're a decent man. We need that belt.
We'll see that, we'll see that. Give our regards to Don. We hope he's well. Gentlemen, there'll be no tables moved today. Yeah. This is a fantastic card. Thank you so much. We've got Marcus Morrison, future star of Manchester boxing. Conor Benn will be kicking off the production on Saturday night. We've got the WBA ranked heavyweight #1, Luis Ortiz. Might even be fighting you, Shannon, if you're not careful. Right? Good. Let's talk. Let's talk, baby. Last time you talked to me, you went and listened to somebody else, and it cost you. Don't you start on me as well. 1 second. After that, we've got a great British light heavyweight title fight between Hosea Burton and Frank Buglioni. We've got the return of Scott Quigg in the featherweight division. We've got the #1 ranked super middleweight in the world, Callum Smith, defending his British title against his mandatory, ahead of his unification fight against the winner of De Gale versus Jack. We've got a wonderful world championship fight between Cal Yafai and two-weight world champion Lewis Conception. And then we move to Katie Taylor, lighting up the Manchester arena, the big heavyweight grudge match between Dillian White and Derek Chisora. And then the main event, the #1 star in world boxing, Anthony Joshua, defending his IBF world title. Thank you all for coming.